doesn't take Arsenal any closer to the Champions League places. On the weekend, it means Everton take 9th from Watford. Did you fancy him, Deeney?
No, I said to you, he usually just smashes it down the middle. That's been his modus operandi, if you want. He didn't quite get that down the middle, and he didn't quite smash it. He kind of side foots it. Listen, he'd have been. You see that it goes left of centre, and having guessed the right way, Ceck didn't have to do a lot else except just put his hands up. But the first thing a goalkeeper has to do is guess the right way.
It was a pen. It's worth seeing before we confirm that it was a penalty, because that's the picture. All of those pictures that you'll be seeing back pages tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think Maitland Niles is in his way, so you have to move. I can't say we have to move away, but he's using the body.
Rubbish.
No. That's a penalty.
That's just
just too much. Exactly. What a chance to come back in the game. Huh?
But it was inevitable, as Peter Drury said in commentary. It's called karma. He wasn't scoring. For me, the moment he put the ball down, he just wasn't scoring today. Yeah. He knew the significance of it, didn't he?
Yeah, it's maybe one of those times. Listen, if you have got what he was suggesting Arsenal don't have, you pick the ball up and you give it to somebody else. So you just take this one. But then he would have got criticised for doing that. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
He's waited a long time for that one. The 200th clean sheet in the Premier League of his career.
That's excellent. That's nearly one every other game.
You've been negative before about him. You know, because he has the experience, 35 years. Yeah, with 35 years, all best days are gone in football. But Buffon is 40, and the goalkeeper is exactly the opposite.
Yes, you're right.
A goalkeeper, if he's not injured, he can still perform, because he's going in the gym, he's fit, he has not 1 gram fat too much. You can see that.
Yes, but his reactions are not quite the same. The difference, I'll tell you what the difference is for me.
Okay.
For the last 6 years, Buffon has been behind the best defensive unit, probably, arguably in Europe. Certainly the best Italian defensive unit in Serie A, yes? When they had the 3 centre-backs, Chiellini, Barzagli, and...
I agree, 5-time champion, the best team,
so
but
he did the
same before.
Much.
He was the best in the world the years before too.
For me, Ceck frightens me every time the ball's in the air, and I think he does his defenders.
But if he had a better defence in front of him, Richard, we might not be having this conversation. The fact of the matter is, he probably has to work far harder now than he ever did at Chelsea. And that was, 5-6 years ago.
Does he fill you with confidence?
No, he doesn't. No, I honestly think that Arsene... Again, he's a hugely loyal coach, and he's certainly shown me that in the years he's been there, that he's very loyal to players who have been good to him. And Ceck's certainly been that.
If you remember, he was signed to make a difference, a 10-point difference in Arsenal's season. Has he ever done that?
But overall, if you have a goalkeeper with his presence, we spoke about Neuer a few minutes ago, he has the presence, and Peter Ceck has still the presence. If you see in front of you is tall, strong, fit. Everyone makes mistakes, don't forget. Buffon did a few mistakes a few weeks ago, and I think that's happened. But I think he can still win matches for you.
No one's saying he's finished.
Like today.
I think his powers of being a top goalkeeper, I wouldn't put him in the top echelon of goalkeeping now when I look around Europe. Neuer, De Gea, Lloris, and others.
Yeah, but he's close. Oh, Andy, you know, if you talk about Neuer, Buffon still with 40. Ter Stegen at Barcelona, another German goalkeeper, really good. But Peter Ceck is not far from the top 10, I think, in Europe still.
Far from the top 10?
He's not in the top 10.
No. You think
but he's not far.
Sorry. Yeah, he's still in the top 10 because
you think he's still in the top 10?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I might have a look at that for Monday Night Football tomorrow.
Okay.
Not that it's significant in any way, but he does just frighten me when the ball's in the air. I don't think he's commanding anymore the way he used to be. And I think that rubs off on his defenders. They are scared too.
I don't agree.
Well, you're the expert. In the meantime, we should look back on the 3 goals that Arsenal did score today. And they did show some cojones, did they not?
Well, this was a game that was... I mean, that goal came fairly early in the football match. 8 minutes in, you don't defend it very well, you get punished. And it's a really good header from Shkodran Mustafi. But it was a funny first half, and you always felt that Watford were in the game, very much in the game. But I just felt second half they were less in the game. The penalty miss took a little bit of wind out the sails, didn't it? They kind of deflated. But this is a good combination.
This is, Andy, this is right out of the
Yeah, we spoke about
Manchester
it before
United
the game.
goal-scoring book. Keeper, back to front, goal.
By the way, this is right out of Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, and if Aubameyang can run behind the back four and is not offside, you could see that before. I don't know where's Holebas. And the pace of Mikhtareyan in transition, Mikhtareyan and Aubameyang did that every weekend for Borussia Dortmund. With that pace, they are a huge danger.
He looked much better than Aubameyang today. Time and time again, he was trying to get in behind him. And this, as you say, you saw this so many times at Dortmund. Yeah. The little combination like that, perfect timing of pass and run.
Yeah. And don't forget the pace. I wouldn't like to defend when Mikhtareyan and Aubameyang coming with pace. Unstoppable.
And here again, looks offside, but no. I think so, yeah. They deal with it okay, but Aubameyang at least is very aware that he can't take the chance on. So he very quickly assesses the situation. I can't shoot, but you can. There you go.
Great pass. But it's in the middle of a goal.
Yeah, he's got to save it, hasn't he?
12 yards, you have to save the ball.
Henrik Mikhtareyan is waiting to talk to us. Here he is.
Well played. 3 games without a win in the Premier League coming in here. How crucial was that performance today?
Yeah, of course it was very difficult after a few defeats, but we could find strength, power to play at home and to show that it was by accident that we've lost 3 games in a row. But after Milan game, we've got some confidence, and we showed it today.
How important was that penalty save from Petter at 2-0? Because if they'd scored it, the game would have changed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it would change. Thanks to Peter for saving that penalty. Of course it was very important because the game could have changed, and maybe they could have scored the second one. But thanks to him, after that we've got more confidence, and we've scored the third one.
We saw you and Pierre-Emerick in full flow today. How much are you enjoying being back playing with him?
I've been always enjoying playing with him. It's something special. Thanks to him for this goal that he could have scored. Yeah, we have to keep working the same way and to score more goals.
Just finally, there were a lot of empty seats around the stadium today after 2 good performances in Italy and then here. What's your message to the fans now?
You know, we're always playing for the fans, and doesn't matter if they could have come today or not. We're always playing for those who come and support us, who are really coming and supporting us. They are real fans who is just coming to the stadium just when we're winning. We have nothing to say. Just thanks to the fans that they were supporting today.
Thanks, Henrik. We'll play.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Good stuff.
Those that didn't show today have got a dilemma. Do they turn up this week on Thursday night for the second leg of that Europa League game against Milan?
Yes.
It would appear that Arsenal are back in form, would it not? 3-0 winners today, 2 up against Milan. We've got that game, of course, live Thursday night as part of our Europa League coverage.